This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Shalom, first and foremost, like give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Karkadash, Barakadam to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwa, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of Matthew 24, verse 7. That's going to be the title of the sit-down lesson. And this is, once again, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, so just like Yahweh Shai during his times, he spoke to the disciples at the Mount of Olives about these signs, what's about to come in there, in the future. And this can be related to modern day times. Just like Yahweh Shai said, it was going to be nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And that's what we're seeing in these modern day times. We're seeing the nations are rising up against one another, from a nuclear war perspective, economical perspective, and all these different categories. That's why we're seeing the rising, building up these seditions among nations, nation against nations, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdoms, modern day nations against nations. We should look up that word, what that goes into ethnos, which nations are rising up against one another. So you're going to have one nation within itself rise up within itself. Then you're going to have another nation rise up against another nation. That's what we're seeing. So we're seeing nation against nations and kingdom against kingdoms, especially with these latest economic tariff wars that we're seeing are rising up between these nations and against these kingdoms. So this is a very important sentence that Yahweh Shai spoke of. So we're going to be seeing rising nation against nations and kingdom against kingdoms, and the increasing modern day famines that we're seeing in these countries, which is going to increase throughout the whole planet Earth of these modern day famines and pestilence. That's why we're seeing these modern day pestilence increasing, especially with these measles outbreaks, cases that's taking place down there in Texas and over there in Indiana and different parts of the United States, which is only going to continue to increase. So we're definitely going to be seeing modern day nation against nation, kingdom against kingdoms, and the modern day famines, the pestilence, and the earthquakes in diverse places. Right, so just like we've seen a earthquake of a 6.1 magnitude of earthquake over there in Papua New Guinea as of today, and then for the past 2.5 weeks we've been definitely seeing large amount of high magnitude of earthquakes over there in Myanmar, that was a large 7.7 earthquake that hit over there in that region. And then we've been seeing these 7.1 earthquakes, 7.0s, 6.7, 6.9, 6.0 hertz and higher than that. So we're going to be seeing more increasing signs of that. The increasing of these earthquakes in diverse places, the modern day famines and pestilence, nation against nations and kingdom against kingdom, which is only going to continue to increase. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of Matthew 24, verse 7. And that was going to be the title of the sit-down lesson. So with that, hopefully this was edifying. And with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Karkadash, Barakadam to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwa. Until next time, I will say Shalom.